All right. Hey, welcome back, everybody, to episode 2 of the Pro Wrestling Show, brought to you by our friends over in the UK, Powered 4 TV. Please check them out for all of your pro wrestling or any action sports needs, power4tv.com. Also, our friends in London, Wrestle Merch Central. It is the UK and Europe's biggest wrestling superstore. Please check them out. Give them a follow. Hey, we are very, very happy. When I say we, I mean me. Happy to welcome in Mr. Jake Hollister to the show. Jake, how are you?
Good, man. Hey, man, I'm happy too. So that we thing, it works.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. I don't like when I put my name back there. I didn't want everybody to get confused. But Jake, we want to talk. Got a lot of things going on, but I want to start at the beginning. Jake, how long have you been in the business?
I've been in the business since 2014 in a little hole-in-the-wall school in Virginia Beach called Southside Pro Wrestling. I was 14 years old, about to turn 15. So as a teenager in high school, I was living the dream of training. So, yeah.
Bro, that's awesome, because I know a lot of people back in my day, I had to wait till I was in my 20s before I could even find anything. You guys got this wonderful thing called the internet now. What made you get into it? Like, what were you watching, and who made you say, hey, I want to do this?
So I started watching WWE probably back in the 2005, 2006 timeframe. I was watching it. I was chilling with my best friend. His dad turned on SmackDown. I watched John Cena rap battle with Big Show. And then as soon as I saw The Undertaker, I was like, it caught my attention. But then I turned on Monday Night Raw and saw Shawn Michaels. And that man is my inspiration on why I'm in this business. The smaller guy doing like larger than life stuff. So yeah. I can definitely relate to him more than your 6'4", 230-pound guys.
Now, back in my day, I did a lot of, I didn't do a lot of it, but not a lot of stuff was available. Kind of had to go to eBay and order some tapes, watching like the Dynamite Kid, Tiger Mask 7 series. Do you find yourself going back? Are you a student of the game?
Of course. My wrestling DVD collection, I think, spans over like 50 or 60, just from ECW, TNA, Ring of Honor stuff, old WWF back then, WWE stuff now. I constantly find myself on YouTube looking up old Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit matches from like New Japan, and just constantly filling myself with knowledge.
Yeah, fantastic. I'm sure you've caught it, but I think it was 95. Didn't Eddie Guerrero and Chris put on a classic on ECW TV? Have you seen that one?
I believe I have. To be honest, I'm really, and you can ask my history teachers, and when I was in high school, I'm really bad with dates.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, no. Anything Eddie and Chris Benoit did, that's something you definitely your attention's there, because every time they step in the ring, that's wrestling.
That is 100%. Yeah, I'm terrible with dates, numbers, tests, but when it comes to this sport, for some reason, it just sticks in my brain. So you started training, and how long did it take you from training to having your first match?
So my first match was actually a student battle royal at a little house show, and I started training June, and that was in December. So under a year I was doing battle royals. But in the state of Virginia, you do have to be 18 to have a license to actually put on matches. So I had to wait till I was 18 to legally have matches, if that's what we're going to say. But yeah, definitely within my first year, I was doing battle royals, little unrecorded stuff. But I would like to say probably 2016 is when I started traveling, started doing shows, and it's where my wrestling career started.
How many times a month do you find now? We're post pandemic now, so but how many times a month do you find yourself getting matches?
Uh, it kind of varies. Like my May is a little light, but my June is completely booked solid. I probably have 8 to 10 matches in June. So if I know I have a heavy month, I'll kind of take a lighter schedule the month before, just so I'm not killing my body. Like, I'm 23 years old. I plan to have at least 10 more plus years in this business. So I know guys that are out there traveling 3-4 days a week, every week, and like, hats off to you. But yeah, no, it just kind of varies.
Now, I want to talk to you about the main thing I want to talk to you about is coming up April 9th in Brainerd, Minnesota, for North Star Pro Wrestling. You're on that card with the biggest wrestler ever, Franco Varga. Well, I want to back up. You recently were on a card with him in Tulsa for his first time ever. I believe you.
First time ever with like 5-10 R's, you know, with Leon Ruff.
Leon Ruff. Great. And what was that experience like?
From what the crowd tells me, it was like a clinic. Like, it was an entertaining match. I've learned from him. TJP was also on that card, and just being able to talk to him backstage and like actually getting knowledge from him as well. But like, wrestling Leon is definitely like within my top 5 favorite matches I've had so far of my career.
What's that like now? You're a young guy in the business, and being able to step in with somebody who's been on television, do you get the nerves? Are you just soaking up knowledge, or a little of both?
A little bit of both. Like, the nerves are always going to be there. It doesn't matter who I'm wrestling. This is my childhood dream. So those nerves are always going to be there. But my biggest thing is I want to like show the world that like, I can hang with the best. So I'm wrestling someone who was on NXT, a former NXT North American champion. If I can go toe to toe with him, like, that's the end goal, is just to prove myself.
Yeah, that's got to feel good post match. Going, okay, hey man, I hung in. I'm learning. I'm always learning. And, you know, I hung in with one of the best out there. So Saturday, I believe it's Saturday, April 9th, North Star Pro Wrestling. You, Jake Hollister, are going to take on the Savage Gentleman, Victor Benjamin. What do you know about this guy?
So I've seen his stuff. He's killing it with the NWA currently. He's going around doing his thing, traveling the country. Like, he hits hard. Like, from what I've seen, he's got some killer strikes. But let's step back to first time ever one. I stepped in the ring with Colby Carino. Now that guy hits hard. So whatever Victor's got, I want him to bring it times 10, and I'm going to bring it right back to him. So like, as soon as I posted the match, everyone started to message me, oh my God, this is the match we wanted to see. We just didn't know we wanted to see it. So I'm definitely like, I'm hyped. I'm excited. I love going to Minnesota. The fans there are like wonderful. But yeah, this match is definitely going to be a hard-hitting match.
Now, as if fans don't need any other reason to go down, talk to me about a lot of fans will say, hey, I went and saw WWE, I saw AEW, but there's like local amateur wrestling. I hate when they say that down the street. I always feel like fans are missing out if they're not going to these indie shows. You get a chance to talk to the wrestlers, talk to guys that are training. Talk to me about what it's like to go to an independent wrestling show. If I'm a fan and I don't know anything about it, talk me into the door.
All right, man. Like, independent wrestling is so much more personable. Us as wrestlers, we actually get to interact with our fans. There's not, well, depending on where you go, there's not a giant barricade with a SWAT team of security fighting you back. You get to come up to us during intermission, take pictures, hang out with us, buy a t-shirt, and it's honestly affordable. Like, I think you'll pay $80 for a WWE ticket versus $20 for a front row for an indie show. It's definitely a different experience comparing to a network wrestling brand like AEW or WWE or even Ring of Honor. It's just that one more step of, I almost want to say, intimacy between the fan and the wrestler.
I also know that if I'm going to go sit in the front row, Jake Hollister, if I'm going to boo you, you're going to hear me. If I'm going to cheer you, you're going to hear me. So that's where that connection will come in. And as I alluded to before, as if they don't need any other reason to come in the door to see you versus Victor Benjamin, the legendary, one of my good friends, I'm proud to say, PCO is taking on Franco Varga. Those are two matches right there that are worth the price of the ticket. But talk to me about this, because I can't imagine you've been on too many shows where the actual Incredible Hulk is going to be in the building that night, Mr. Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah, no, this is going to be my first time meeting him. I'm actually, I'm a huge nerd. I love horror movies, Marvel. Like, don't tell anyone this, but I kind of asked Franco, I was like, hey, can I bring my Hulk Funko Pop for him to sign? Like, the inner nerd of me is starting to come out. Like, I'm super hyped about him being there. It's something different. Most of the times you'll get like a WWE legend to host the show, but we have the original Hulk coming in. Where else are you finding that kind of stuff?
And in Brainerd, Minnesota, of all places. Now, have you wrestled at that venue before with Franco?
I have, for the first ever North Star Pro Wrestling. I wrestled Ripper Zabisco, or Tim Zabisco.
Very cool. Yeah, what a fantastic venue they have up there. Of course, fantastic people. Minnesota, here in the mid. I'm calling you right now from Wisconsin, but Minnesota, the home of my favorite growing up, the American Wrestling Association, the AWA. The fans love it. I'm excited for everything coming up April 9th. Now, what I want to do is leave you with the last word. I know this goes fast. I want to be very respectful of your time, and I hope I can get you back on again. But please let the fans know who are watching this. What are your social media tags? Where can they follow you? Are you selling shirts anywhere? Where can I get all my Jake Hollister? I mean, I know I can get it in Brainerd, Minnesota on April 9th, but if I want to catch up on some things prior to that.
Of course, my Instagram is at @DJakeHollister. My Twitter is PrettyJakeH, and my Facebook is you just type in Jake Hollister and you see my face. And if you want the prettiest and the most emo-est merchandise ever, you can actually go to HotTopic.com. That's right, not Pro Wrestling Tees, HotTopic.com. Type in the magic words Jake Hollister, and you'll get all the Jake Hollister merch you want on there.
Now, was that I know I said I'd let you have the last word, but did you say the emoist?
The emoist. I am the leader of the emo club. Some might call me the king of the emo scene, but I think I'm the god of it. But nah. Emo club shirts available now on Hot Topic. So definitely pick you one up. Like, yes.
All right, we got to check it out. Jake Hollister, thank you so much for giving us just a little piece of your time, and the best of luck to you leading up to this match against Victor Benjamin.
Of course. Thank you for having me.